続きまして、エレクトリカルの紹介になります。このソフトウェアは、単線図、複線図、配置図、点線リストと、造船様が、の伝送設計の方々が作られている、各種図面が、ワンストップで、作成できるソフトウェアです。加えて、この結果が、3D のケーブルルーターであるとか、プラントモデラー、E シェア等の、CADMATIC のソフトウェア群と、連携をするというところが一つのポイントになります。その結果として、3D モデル上での配線計画や電線長、あと電路のフィルレートの算出、等も、結果として出てきますし、それらの結果が全てリストとして、Excel に出力等もできるような機能になっております。また配置図等で、各種伝送品が、配置されてますけれども、それを、一括で、変換をするような機能なども、紹介をさせていただきたいと思っております。それではお聞きください。
So, hello everyone and welcome. My name is 9.CAD and I'm going to show you some basics about CADMATIC Electrical. Probably many of you haven't seen at all already Electrical, so I want to give basic understanding what the Electrical is able to do and some other new features which has been implemented to our system. So, we have done the 3D documentation, but of course, we need to have the cable connections and electrification of the ship also. So, we need to create the single line diagrams, wiring diagrams, reports about the connections, and all kinds of different documents for the electrical design. And now we are able to produce you the solution to how to do that. So, we can have the 3D model and the 2D connected together. Everything is automatically connected together and synchronized. And I will show you some examples. So, previously when we were here, we didn't have any kind of integration yet with our other systems with electrical. But now we are able to connect with the cable router, and I will show you example video how it works. We have also connection with eShare, 3D modeler, and PID. So we can move data between the systems and keep everything up to date. It doesn't matter where you make the change, the data flows always and everything is up to date. Then some key benefits for the electrical. So our main goal is that we could produce all different kind of documentation for electrical needs. So if you need instrumentation drawings, single line drawings, load diagrams, different kinds of electrical reports, we can produce them. We are of course connected with the 3D modeling, so we can send, for example, cables to the 3D model, route them, and get the size information or the length information for the cables, and then we can return the data to the electrical side. So really efficient integration. We have really efficient centralized data management system, so we have one project view where we can view all project data at once and filter them efficiently. So if you need to find something, you can easily find certain data which you want to see from our database. We have support to different standards and over 10,000 different symbols, and there are some standards we currently, for example, are able to have. And of course, the shipbuilding, there is lots of same kind of ships built all the time. So it's really important that you can reuse your diagrams you have once created. So we have really efficient tools how, when you have once designed the ship, to get some parts of that ship which you need on the next project also. So no need to redraw always everything. And one important thing is that we have fully DVG compatibility double, because we have the base CAD engine also on our software. So we can easily open all DVGs, DXFs, and we have also basic CAD functionalities which all the CAD programs have. So really easy for example, AutoCAD users to move to CADMATIC Electrical. Next, I'm going to show you one video for the cable router integration with electrical. So we can route cables connected in electrical in cable router side. So we have the connections on electrical side. We can send them to the cable router, route them and return the data which has been done during the routing. And data flow between systems is really efficient. It's really easy to send cables from the electrical to the cable router and then synchronize data back to the electrical with one window. Let's move to the example. The video here. And of course, did something. Always some technical issues. I reconnect quickly. Yes. So let's start from the very beginning. So this is just the example between the cable router and CADMATIC electrical. We have the other integrations too. So on the background you can see CADMATIC electrical and some single line drawing, for example. And the cable connections has been done between these devices you can see there. Now we want to route the cables and return the cable data back to electrical. And we'll see how easy it is. We go to the integration tool and first we send the cables to the cable router. And now data is already sent and we come to the cable router. First we need to create the cables on the cable router side. So we find the exported cables from the cable router and we do the routing. So we know where the cable goes, which road, and we get the length information and the fill ratio and other related information. So we select all cables and we create them to the model first. Next, we want to route the cables. So we find the not routed cables from the list easily, and we just need to select them all, and in this case we use the auto route functionality. So everything is routed automatically in this case. And now all of them are routed fast. And now the routed cables can be found from the routed list, and now data is available in the cable router. We can see the route on the left, and we can see, for example, the cable lengths. Not yet. We need to move a bit the dialog. On the left side, there. So the cable lengths have been now calculated from the cable router. Then we want to check the fill rate. For example, so we go to the race rate and click, for example, that section there. And there are the cables we just routed. And we can see the fill rate, for example, there. And all the cables which go through this section. And let's pause for a while. Now we want to synchronize. So we did calculations on the cable router. And now we want to return the data to the electrical side. And it is so simple that you just synchronize the electrical side and the data comes to our program. And the cable lengths, which was just calculated, can be seen, for example, in electrical project tree. And of course, if we have done some cable reports, we want to update them also. So we get the newest cable lengths. So we can see some electrical documentary there, and we use the functionality update all the documents, and we just open that updated document. And now those lengths which we just calculated on the cable router are now here. Really fast and efficient. That was that. Sit and go back to the PowerPoint. Here are some example document types you can create with electrical. So Any kind of single line diagrams can be created, for example, cable schemas, cable connection diagrams, load diagrams, and other stuff. Arrangement drawings, so you can do, for example, 2D preliminary design with electrical, insert the lighting equipment, switches, and other stuff. Cabinet layouts, so, for example, I have motor control cabinet and I want to design the interior. We can do that also with electrical. We are able to print reports automatically according to the project data. So, as you see previously, we were able to get full cable list of the project cables and all the cable lengths which were calculated, for example. Then we have the multi-line wiring diagrams. So, we of course want to have also the connections of the cable wires, PV devices. So, we can also draw them manually like this, or we can connect them virtually in our database. Both options are fine. Then I quickly jump back to the program side and I show the view from the electrical side. So here is one example of the arrangement drawing. We can create lists to the drawing easily. They are done automatically. Then here are some example equipment, for example, light fixtures, switches, and markings, whatever you need to have there. Then there is an example of the single line drawing. So there is some light circuits we have designed with the electrical side. So really easy for any kind of electrician to follow how the connections are done. Cable sizes and all. Then I have fast example about also the power systems. So there are some pumps, for example, and there are some kind of control circuitry, push buttons, and other stuff connected. And wiring diagram, this is one example style you can do it. So we create the individual wires there, and we get the connection data automatically now to the database, and we can print reports, for example, about all the connections in the project. And here is the cabinet layout also, so we can insert the project devices in the cabinet also. The I/O cards, terminal blocks, fuses, and other stuff, contactors, for example. And here is an example report we can generate automatically. So we can have the cable IDs, types, what space it starts from, what space it goes, and for example, the position number for the cable start and end point also. These can be really tunable, so you can have whatever data you want in the reports. Then I want to show you a quick example about our database capabilities. So far I have shown only the CAD side, but we want to also see what kind of efficient duties you can do in the database also. So we have really good database management system where you can view all project data, manage project data, copy project data, edit project data. You can do whatever you want. I show you one example that we have a project where there are some light features, for example, and the model is incorrect, and we need to change them. And there are, for example, 16 light features, how to do it at once. And I'll show it quickly. So we jump to the electrical side again. And for example, to this single line drawing, we have this lightning circuit here, and now these products are incorrect. We have also this project tree which can visualize the amount of equipment currently of the light features, for example. So we have this one 37 pieces, these 0 pieces. And we want to change this circuit light equipment to this 1FS ceiling light with globe. We jump to the database. Here you can do all kind of cool stuff. So here is where you can view data, filter data, see data, manage data, and use really useful database functionalities which boost the efficiency of electrical design a lot. So for example, we know that we need to edit the lightning circuit tree. We just click it on this tree, and we now can see all the equipment on that circuit. So really good filtering functionalities. There are many more. We only just need to select all of the light fixtures like this, so 16 at a time. And we go change the product from the context menu. We select the model we want by double-clicking it, and just OK. And we confirm what data we want to have there. So now you can see that the position number already changed to 1FS. It was previously 1-2C, if I recall correctly. And what about the drawings now? Now the database is correct, but the drawings have still the old symbols and the amounts. We just need to come to the drawing side and use our synchronization function to return the data from database to the drawings. So it will check the drawings and update all occurrences of that light feature. So we had them on the arrangement drawing and also the single line drawing. So we now can see that these updated here. So we have now this 1FS here. The symbols all changed at once. We can see on the tree now that we have now 16 of these 1FS models and only 21 of these others. So the amounts automatically update. Database, records, project tree, all there, everywhere. And also 3D model. And the best thing is that we had these light features also on the arrangement drawing, and these symbols also changed. So previously there was the 1-2C symbols, now all of them are these 1FS symbols. Everything updated automatically. Really efficient, no errors, and no headaches because something is wrong, and then we try to find the person to blame about the issues with the drawings. All update automatically. No need to go check drawings one by one and edit. Really effective. So that was my presentation. Thank you. Hopefully you are impressed.